Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is Sunday, November 12th, and I'm coming to you a day later just because my husband had yesterday off and we got busy doing things, and I just didn't get an opportunity to film a video. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. My channel is on my hobbies, which are cross stitch and paper crafting, card making, gift tags, gift bags, treat bags, treat boxes, that kind of a thing. Also, I do a little bit of sewing. I hope to eventually start doing a little bit of quilting. We shall see. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much. I do appreciate you taking a moment to hit that subscribe button. And if you've been with me for a while and you're returning, thank you for coming back. This week was the first full week with the puppy, and he's very relaxed now, and all of his puppiness is showing. So I think I have been up and down just this morning alone 50,000 times. He grabbed the remote to the TV, and yesterday he tried to take a book out of my hand. He chewed my husband's work shoe. Luckily he wanted a new pair of shoes anyway, so there's that. He tried to get my tennis shoes, my flip-flops. He decides that he likes my clothes, only mine, and he takes them from from wherever he finds them and brings them into the living room, and things like that. When I turn on the water in my bathroom, he'll bark at me. It just all the puppy things. When he runs, it's legs of flying and big puppy paws, and he's adorable. Sorry about that. But the good things are he walks really, really well on a leash. He knows sit. We're working on stay, which I say wait. And he's pretty good about that. And I can already recall him. Maybe not out in public, off leash. I'm not ever probably going to try that. But for right now, he'll come. Even if he's doing something naughty, if I tell him to come, he will come and drop it. So it's not all bad. He has obliterated the screen door. I was making dinner this morning. I decided it was a good day for chili tonight, so I was browning the meat and putting it all together, and he has pretty bad separation anxiety. So if I am out of sight, or if I am inside and he's outside, or vice versa, he does not like it. So I left him outside to try to get used to it. I was ignoring the bad behavior, and next thing I know, I hear the screen door, and I go, and he had already tore a hole in the screen. Now he decided that he needed to put his mouth on that and rip the screen out of the frame. So yeah, there's that. But so he's definitely all puppy. Very different from my other dog, Dottie. I got her younger, so I don't really think that there's much of a difference. I do remember being a little frustrated with her too when about this age. He's about 6-7 months. So I do remember being a little frustrated with her. But honestly, she grabbed a flip-flop once and I said, no, this is what you chew on. And I handed her a toy, and that's what she chewed on. And she never, ever, ever got a shoe to chew on again. You could tell her one thing, you could tell her something once, and she would never do it again. Teaching her how to shake, it was 2 or 3 attempts and she got it. This one is not that. He's not frustratingly slow, but he's not. I think she was exceptionally intelligent, and I knew that even though I would potentially pick a breed that was a really smart, fast learning breed, um, I knew it wasn't going to be Dottie. However, he is picking up, he is learning things fairly quickly. So it's just a matter of time. It'll all be okay. I took him on a couple walks earlier in the week, and he wound up rubbing his paw pad raw, so it started to bleed a little bit. So we only walked twice this week, and I think that's been part of the problem. So this morning I got up and I had him out because he was completely wound up, and I decided, let's just go for a walk. I live across the street from an elementary school, so we walked around the block of the elementary school, and we were gone for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that helped, and his paws did okay. So I just think I need to work it out. I'm going to take him to the vet the Friday after Thanksgiving, because I have my husband. We took him to PetSmart. He can't get into the car. He can't get out of the car. So it's all a learning experience. He'll only go in the car if I go in before him in the back seat. My husband tried to lift him in and hurt himself. So there's that. Getting out of the car was a little difficult, getting him out, but we went to PetSmart. He was perfect in PetSmart, so that was good. Anyway, so I'm going to take him to the vet, and I'm going to ask about the paw pads. I did not buy him booties just yet. I wanted to see what they said. If I do need to get him booties, we will start working on that too and see where that leads us. But anyways, it's going. He's sleeping through the night for the most part. So it's coming along. We got a long way to go, but I'm fine. I'm happy with it. So we're moving right along. Stitching. I don't really have a whole lot this week, and I was sitting there thinking, what did I do? Well, last weekend I worked on the ornaments, felt Santa and Mrs. Claus ornaments. They're not done, so if you're my cousin Chris and you're watching and they're not done yet, but they'll be done soon, I promise. Sorry, a bug hit my face. So that took up some time. The dog obviously took up some time, and I kind of lost my stitchy mojo just a little bit. I think I was just tired. I think the time change really kind of drained me a little bit more than I was anticipating. But I did get a little bit done, so I'm happy for that. I do have haul today. No new starts, so I think that is it. Let's start with whips. I worked a little bit on the snowball. Oh, I know. I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys this. Thursday, I was going out with friends, but my son last Friday enlisted in the Marine Corps Reserves, and he went to take the test on Wednesday and go through the medical evaluation on Thursday, and he was sworn in Thursday evening. So I now have a Marine in the household. So we're very proud of him. It's the reserves. What my friend who is a former Marine told me and what my son's recruiter told me are a little different, but it's okay. He's so happy. He has talked about being in the military probably since 6th, 7th grade. So he's been thinking about this for a really long time, and he has just decided to go ahead and do it, and he is so happy. And when I looked over, I got a chance to meet the recruiter a week ago Friday. He's like, you want to come talk to the recruiter? He'll talk to you. I'm like, yes, I want to go. So I went, and I met him, and I looked over at him, and he was so happy. How could I be upset when this is clearly what he wants to do? So the job that he chose is military police. And after I learned a little bit more about that, I'm not as happy now as I was when he signed up. But it'll all be okay. I guess it doesn't matter. When you're in the armed forces, you can get called into active duty at any time for any reason, and it'll be okay. So, so that was another big thing. Took a little bit of time away from stitching. Well worth it. He does not ship out to boot camp until I think it's March. So we have him through the holidays. We have him through the beginning of the year. He will go to boot camp for 6 weeks. We will go down to see for family day and to see him graduate. And then we will have him home for 2 weeks. And then he will ship off, I think, Virginia or maybe North Carolina for combat training. And I don't know if he comes home after that or if they ship him straight to military police training, and that's in Missouri. And that'll be combat training is 2 or 3 months, I believe, and then military police training is 3 to 4 months, and that's in Missouri. So we probably won't see him again. I'm thinking we probably won't even have him home for next Christmas. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm happy. I'm it's all good. So I'm proud of him. Anyways, back to the snowball. So I'm working on these. I finished the one that I was working on last week, which is Photo Booth Fun, which is that one right there. I am stitching this on 40 count Anthracite linen by Zweigart. And it's a really pretty gray. And the one that I finished is this one. So, I think if I were to do it again, I think I would go maybe not with the gray fabric. I probably would use the called for, and the called for on this is Patriot's Brew. I think the reason I didn't use Patriot's Brew is I had a really hard time finding it. Anyways, these are going to be really cute pillows for winter time. Snowman theme. So the only one that I have left to do is the gingerbread house. This one. And I haven't started that yet because I realized even though it looks like Christmas, it really probably doesn't have to be Christmas. So I think I'm gonna I will probably start that one, but I don't think I'm going to make it a big finish because there's some Christmas ones that I really want to work on. And I am stitching this with the called for flosses. Oof. They're kind of a mess. I'm sorry. It's really warm today. Here we've got a little bit of a Santa Ana condition going. So it's 82. But whatever's in the air is making my eye water, and I'm a little stuffy. So I'm not sick, it's just allergies. Next, I finished the coffee cup, this one right here, from Autumn Days Ornaments. And this is this one. I think it's really cute. So that one's a finish, and then I worked a little bit on the pine cone. Now remember, this is the series that whenever I have floss left on my needle, I go to the next pattern, the next chart that has that color in it, and I stitch it until that color is gone. So pine cones coming along, and I think this one is the I don't know what it is. Fresh made jam. Oh, it goes like this. That's why it looks funny. I started fresh made jam. I don't know if this was done last time or not. I put some time in on the hot apple pie. So they're all slowly coming together. And that's all that I had done. I'm stitching this on the called for 25 count Lugana Parchment by Lori Holt. And I'm using the called for floss because I believe I did the floss pack with this. So I'm moving this one along. I'm not sure I don't think it's going to be done before the end of November, and I know that the Christmas ones won't be done by Christmas time, so 4th of July will just remain in the window until I get caught up. I might skip ahead and try to finish the Valentine's ones that were the first set that came out last year, and then that way it'll give me a couple months to kind of poke along at it and work at it, and then come back and work on the Christmas and finish up the Thanksgiving, that kind of a thing. So I decided I kind of skipped a little bit of the fall Thanksgiving stitching this week, and I really wanted to go in and start working on Christmas. Here it is. So from the July Patreon, I pulled out Dancer's Friends. And I almost threw the whole thing away because I was getting really frustrated. I think I stitched the legs, I think, and this thigh. I think I must have stitched it 4, 5, 6 times. I don't know. I kept messing up, and I kept ripping it out and doing it. So I did move it along, but it was a little frustrating because, well, it just was. I'm doing this on a different linen than what is the called for. I don't even think she puts the called for on these Patreon charts. No, she doesn't. I decided I had this really pretty green Edinburgh, 36 count Edinburgh linen in the colorway Cypress. And so that is what I stitched mine on, or am stitching it on. And I'm loving the way that it is looking. But there's where I got. So I added the cream in the star and the bunny's tail and the cream on the above the hoof, and then I did the leg. And you can see I had the other leg that's a little darker brown because it's, you know, the back leg and it's on the other side, so it's shadowed a little bit. And I had to rip it out too because I miscounted. And I noticed last night after I had gotten this far up that I am off by half of a row. My stitches are not lining up. And I just decided it'll be okay. I'm not going to fuss with it. I will fix it here somehow. I'll figure that out. I might put a decorative stitch or something in there that will cover it. I think it's gonna be really cute, even with my funny little mistake. I'm really liking it. I like the way that these colors are popping off. I was a little concerned with this lighter green because it is very, very close to the fabric color. But you do see it, and not so much over the camera here, but in real life, you do see it in real life. I don't think I've completely recovered from the time change yet, because I've been also getting up to let the dog out at like between 4:30 and 5:30 in the morning. And sometimes he settles back down and goes back to sleep, and sometimes he doesn't. And then I put in quite a bit of time on my December weigh-in. Stitching with the Housewives, monthly weigh-in, December. My goal is to get this one finished pretty quickly here. I usually stitch on this two evenings and 1 or 2 mornings if I can stitch in the morning. So I finished out the gingerbread people. They're completely done, I believe, and I finished the bowl that the tree is in. So it's turning out really, really cute. I'm really liking it. I think what I like the best about this one, I love that red. That red is ribbon red. And I love that teal, which is really tealy. I just think they look so good together. My stitching seasons, the winter one has not come in yet. I think it's actually, I know I said this last week, but I think it's coming this week. The charge went through on my credit card, so it should be coming soon. Okay, that is it for stitching. See, not a lot. I didn't, but when I did stitch, I worked on these 4 things pretty consistently. I did get some haul. I got the Classic Colorworks Floss Fix, chocolate cream pie, chocolate mousse, chopped chives, cinnamon toast, clay pot, and cloud. So not all real pretty together, but just a nice addition. I like the cinnamon toast color. It's kind of a taupey mauve. It's really pretty. It's got a really nice pink undertone. And chocolate cream pie has more of a purpley gray undertone. So that came in. And then I ordered some velveteen. I want to finish the Autumn Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I'm stitching it on the chocolate brown fabric with the orange variegated, I believe it's a Classic Colorworks floss. I want to finish that into a pillow, and I thought a velveteen in an orange color would look really, really nice. So I went online and I picked up velveteen in yams, real pretty orange. And then I picked up chili for Christmas and Valentine's finishes, and then pea pod for Christmas finishes. So those came in. My reindeer games, I ordered this chart, and this came in. I tried to start kitting it up, and I couldn't find anything. I only found one floss. It came with these wooden ornaments, which I thought was fantastic. So I was going to order floss, and then my friend was supposed to come over today. We were going to do some paper crafting, and so I had to make space for her in my craft room. So yesterday I spent quite a bit of time putting things away, and I actually got a bee in my bonnet to reorganize some things. And so I now have my floss hanging on scarf holders. I will show you if I like the style. I'll tell you about it in a later video. I was really surprised how much fit on each scarf holder. So my Classic Colorworks, I think, is one of those, and my Weeks, I have two, and my Gentle Arts, I have one. And then I have one that has two random Color and Cotton. Anyways, as I was putting them on the scarf holder, I recognized some of the colors, so I'm going to pull those down, and I'm going to see if I can't kit this up a little bit better. And then I do want to start it. I want to get at least one of these done this year. I think that would be nice. And they look like they could potentially be pretty quick. So we'll see. Also, I picked up The Light of Winter by Brenda Gervais. Oh. I just think it's such a sweet sampler. So I picked up that one. And then I picked up Holiday Hoopla Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to kit this one up. I should be able to figure this one out. I don't have everything, but I should be able to figure it out and supplement DMC to make that happen. And then I got both of my Snow Magicals. So this one will be a giveaway in the future, not too distant future. So Snow Magic. Oh, I'm sorry, Snow Magical. Chart is by Brenda Gervais. Nicole Spohr is going to be doing a stitch along with this one. I ordered the finishing piece from 141 Design Company, so I will be finishing that up. And she included a floss ring, floss drop. I don't know. This she included free. Chantel. So if you order through Chantel, you get the chart, the floss keeper, and the finishing piece. And you can do the finishing piece in 2 sizes. So I believe this is the called for size. At least I hope it's the called for size. Otherwise, I'll be sad. It'll still be cute. I'll make it work. It'll be fine. And I think that's it. yeah, so everything's moving along. Um, Thanksgiving stitching, I'm feeling a little bit of pressure. Someone at work earlier in the week said, "Oh, there's only 6 Mondays until Christmas." I looked at my boss who was in my room, my office at that time, and I said, "That should be a fireable offense, announcing to the whole office that there's only 6 more Mondays until Christmas." so, so I think I started panicking a little bit. Um, and I really wanted to get going on some holiday stitching, some Christmas stitching. So I think that that's where I'm at. Although he looks pretty quick and easy, so I think I might try him. When I reorganized my room, I think I'm gonna like it a lot better. I have better organized my stitching supplies. Um, Overflow extra skeins of DMC are in a different spot now, and then all of my finishing things are in a different um, storage unit from IKEA, and it has 10 drawers, I think 8 drawers, something like that, different depths in the drawers. And so I have reorganize the finishing and the supplies, the stitching supplies in that, and I'm really, really happy with it. And then I reorganized my greeting cards that I make. They were in an awkward spot and not very easy to access, so I moved those into a different spot. The only problem with where I put them is there's no room for growth. So like I have three cards sitting over here, and I think they're all birthday cards. That drawer is pretty packed. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, because I do like to have a bunch of cards ready to go. I'm low on sympathy cards, so I need to focus on that probably either the week of Thanksgiving or the week between Christmas and New Year's. Getting some sympathy cards made and on hand. So that's the only thing that has me a little perplexed right now. I may pull them out of that drawer and put them in a card box so I can add, on my shelving unit over here, and they still would be protected. I mean, I have them in a cello bag anyway, so they're protected, but I mean, really kind of protected from the light and that kind of a thing. So, so I'm kind of excited. I can actually see my floor. The dog is laying right behind you. he's happy because he can stretch out and he's comfortable. I was able to reorganize. I have 2 rolly carts. I was able to kind of reorganize the top of one, so that was good. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to be out here now. I feel like things are cleared out enough that I can concentrate on being out here and crafting a couple times. Another thing I want to let you know, I did go ahead and sign up for the Jingle Ball, only the general admission. I really wanted to take Kathy Haberman's class, but I didn't want to kit up a PDF, and her kit was sold out. So I did not sign up for that. And I tried to sign up, literally 7 minutes after it went live, and it was already sold out. So I decided I would just this year do the general admission, go into the different designers' rooms, see what they have, try to exercise some restraint with purchasing, and maybe do a general session. I don't know which days out of the 3 that I will be attending. It will not be all day every day. I don't have that kind of time, but I would like to pop in and just experience it. I've never done anything like that before, so I just thought it would be fun. Let me know in the comments below if you're going, And if you were able to get a class, get the class that you want, and just tell me what you did, and if it's your first time or not, or if you did it last year as well. Because it would be nice to maybe meet one or two of you, if that were to work out okay. Anyways, I think that's it for me. I've yammered on about nothing really for a while. I hope you guys have a great week. If you have not done so already, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so that you're notified when I upload new content. Make sure that you like and share the video, comment on the video. I love to read the comments. They're quite fun. It gives me something to look forward to, especially if I have not such a great day. If I come home and I check comments and they're there, it just kind of, it brings me up, is what it does. I'm like, oh, look, it's, something positive. So, anyways, if you could do that, that would be great. We will do a giveaway soon. I'm not sure when we're going to hit 1,000. We're getting closer. We're not quite to 900 yet, but we're getting closer. I might go ahead and do a couple of, do a giveaway in the next video or two. I think the next video I'm going to film is a favorite things video. They do that a lot in paper crafting, but I have selected a few things that I really, really enjoy working with, and I want to share them with you and why I like them. So that's going to be my next video. I'm probably going to try to film that today, and then it'll go up in the future, maybe in the middle of the week or in the middle of next week. Anyways, that's it. I hope you have a great week. Enjoy whatever stitching time you have. Enjoy getting ready for the holidays. And until next week, I will talk to you then. Bye. Happy stitching.